Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Outside View. Today we will be reviewing two games. The first one from Kuala Lumpur, where Pakistan played England in the second ODI, and the next one from Brisbane, where India A started their tour of Australia in Brisbane. So this was Heather Knight's 100th game in ODIs. She became the fastest cricketer in terms of the number of years, and she had a player of the match performance both with the bat and the ball. Your thoughts?
I thought Heather Knight was actually brilliant today, considering that most of the times in milestone ODIs, people tend not to do that well. The fact that she came out with a very positive intent, she batted really, really well. The ball was hitting the middle of the bat from the word go. So she led from the front, which was brilliant, and also with the ball. She came in, got 2 wickets when Pakistan really had no chance of chasing down the total, but she kind of snuffed out the chase for them, and it was a wonderful performance from her.
Last game it was Wyatt and Beaumont who did well at the top. This time it was number 3 Knight, number 4 Silver, and number 6 Wilson who took the game away from the opposition. Your thoughts?
I think they did a fantastic job considering last time we had this discussion about whether the middle order was a worry for England. And I said that was not the case because last time the conditions which they came in were completely different. They came in with a very good start, looking to go hell for leather. Whereas this time they had an opportunity to settle down, to lay a platform, and then launch from there, which is exactly what Heather Knight and Natalie Siver did for England. And Fran Wilson came in. She did wonderfully well in terms of she had 15 overs left to play in with Siver. She took the charge. She gave Natalie Siver that much time to kind of bat through, and I thought Fran Wilson's innings for me was actually the best of the lot, considering that she was innovative. She played the field very, very well, and she took the total. She took the game away from Pakistan, considering England were looking at around 280, 290 when she came in, and she just like took them 50 runs extra.
But is Amy Jones at number 5 a concern considering she was a top order batter? She played as a top order batter in the West Indies series, in the Ashes, and now playing her at number 5, does that suit her?
I'm not sure. I mean, they had done this in India where she was coming in one drop and she was starting against spin, which she found very difficult. I think in the last ODI, she happened to walk in the first few overs and she got a 90 odd, which shows that she's better off starting against pace. She doesn't exactly start well against spin. So I'm not sure whether number 5 exactly suits her. But then again, it is. I mean, you wouldn't want to break the partnership of Wyatt and Beaumont considering they're doing very well. And I think England are also, they don't want to put too much pressure on Amy Jones considering the fact that she is now their first choice keeper. She's going to play all the games. She's going to take the gloves in all the games. So maybe they just want to give her a little time to settle in, not have to rush into bat if they're chasing.
England, yes, they are 2-0 up, but Pakistan, we expected them to do much better, but except for Bismah Maroof, nobody is really taking the charge.
Uh, I mean, I guess that's one of the very disappointing things of this series. I mean, Pakistan came into the series with a lot of momentum. They'd done well against West Indies, against South Africa, and then against Bangladesh. So they came into this series with a lot of momentum. They had done well, showed a lot of improvement under Mark Coles. And then all of a sudden they've kind of stumbled. They've hit a major roadblock considering they're over reliant on Bismah Maroof and Javeria Khan, and that's really showing. I mean, with the ball this morning, they came in with definite plans to attack the stumps, which was very good. They held England back in the start, but then it kind of all fell away in the last 15 overs. It was the same old Pakistan again, where the shoulders dropped, the bowlers were not sure of what they were doing, and the fielders kind of missed chances again.
Let's move to Brisbane, where early up in the morning, both Shafali Verma and Veda Krishnamurthy, a part of the India's T20I side, started off with centuries.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get to watch the match, but looking at the scorecard, I woke up this morning, opened the scorecard, and the first thing I saw was Shafali Verma was, I think, 40 odd of 20 odd balls, and I was like, this is not a T20, what is she thinking? But I mean, the fact that she got 163 balls, I think she scored 120 when India was 160. So I mean, it's fantastic that she's gone to a new country, foreign conditions, and started with a bang. I thought that was wonderful. And with Veda as well, she found a little form in the last T20 against the West Indies. For her to continue that run, go to Australia and do well in conditions that she's going to play a major role in the World Cup, I think that's very promising. And I said this to myself at the start when she was given captaincy, that responsibility suits someone like Veda. So I'm really, really happy that she's, responded well to that.
So all of the bowlers for Australia A have a lot of WBBL experience and a considerable amount of international caps as well. Yet the India side look much better in foreign conditions.
I think that's a case of just Shafali going out there and playing fearlessly. Veda going and backing her up. I mean, we are not sure how the conditions are. They seem to be very, very good batting conditions considering they played at AB Field. They are genuinely good batting conditions we saw in the WBBL as well. So I think it was just a case of the batters playing in paradise basically, less than the fact that the bowlers were not skilled.
But again, the Indian spinners were much better considered to the Indian pacers. Devika Vaidya picking up 4 wickets, Tanuja Kanwar bowling well. But you didn't see that, at least from the scorecards, you didn't see that a Mansi Joshi or a Manali Dakshini bowling that well.
Well, spin has always been one of India's strengths. It's always going to be one of India's strengths because, I mean, the number of overs that spinners bowl in domestic cricket is way more than you would see a pacer bowl. So I think that's always going to be there. But the fact that Mansi Joshi and Manali did bowl 8 to 9 overs, I think Renuka Singh was the only one who bowled 3 overs. But the fact that they did bowl as much as they did, it'll hold them in good stead. Understanding how to bowl in these conditions, which will make them improve once they come here. But spin is always going to be India's biggest wicket taker.
And for Australia A, their skipper Talia Magra, she scored 97 and also took 3 wickets.
Yeah, I mean, Talia Magra did very well for Adelaide Strikers through the WBBL, so it was only a matter of transferring that form here. She has international experience, she's played Test cricket as well, so she knows what it takes to, to transfer that performance against good teams.
So we had 2 good games. First up, England beating Pakistan, winning by 127 runs, taking an unassessable lead of 2-0. And then India A beating Australia A by 16 runs and taking a 1-0 lead in the series.